And hello again. So we're back out here getting some stuff going today. We're still in a holding pattern a little bit. We're waiting on the building to get here, waiting on the water department to get here, and waiting on the septic guy to get here. We're betting the septic's going to be the first, but we'll continue this video with whichever one gets here first and update you on how that's going. In the meantime, we're prepping to start another project. We can't fully start it until all utilities are in place and then we can see where money settles. But before we get started that, we're going to be doing a little building up top as the project. And to do it, we need a good foundation. So I got a bed full of concrete piers here. So we got the easy tube concrete piers from Home Depot. 6 of them was about 800 bucks, but total they weigh about 200 pounds a piece. So we got 1,200 pounds in the truck here of concrete. Could have done sonotubes, but I didn't want to have to get a concrete mixer up top, all the bags, get water up there. So we're going to try this.
And right now we don't have a clue when our water's going to be here, so.
Yeah, so water would be a problem anyway. Even then, though, we'd have to get a container down here, fill the container, then haul it up there to mix, which would have been a pain. So that doesn't work well either. But this would be a little easy task if I had a tractor with a front loader. We could just hook some chains to it, lift the thing out. As it is, Shannon and I get to do it the manual labor way. So, and the first hurdle is to get it up to the top. So if you've seen our drive before, got a little over 100 foot of elevation change, a couple spots that are 20-degree inclines with some bends in them. So that'll be interesting in itself. So we're gonna fire the truck up and get them to the top. So that was a little eventful. I mean, it went smooth as far as the truck goes, but there's one or two ruts you hit coming up the hill where I could see in my rearview mirror all those concrete pieces just going back and forth, and get up here and the pallet is doing this. All the wood was breaking apart. But for today, we're just setting these things behind me. This is where the first building's gonna go up here. And then just on that side of it over there is where the house is gonna go. So we came out the other day and we marked out where we want the house at, and then where we want this building at, where we're gonna put solar panels, and then some other fun stuff that'll be coming later. But starting to map out those bigger projects. And then, like I said, once we get utilities at the bottom of the hill, we'll start building this, and that'll be our first development of the property that we're doing. So there'll be more to come on that later, so make sure to subscribe below so you can keep up with that. But we're gonna unload this, then head back down, and then it'll be waiting on utilities. Woo! All right, so that's unloaded. Yeah, the base pieces are 126 pounds. The top's 76 pounds a piece, so not light. But if you have an awesome wife, it makes it way easier. It's a good thing she's around. Since we moved here, I don't have a whole lot of close friends. I got friends that'd be glad to help, but they're all in other states. So if you tackle a project like this, as far as spouses, you better be on the same page and willing to work. But yeah, for today, that's all we can do until we get the building and the septic and we know how much money's left. I'm not going to start digging, but hopefully here in about a month, you'll have a video of me digging these footers, getting a stone in them, placing these, and then starting the build and getting you on the details of what that is. But we're gonna head down, and then hopefully here real soon, hopefully in the next clip on this video, we're showing the next utility coming in place. So
I hope.
Yep. Cool. Yeah, we made it to the weekend. Still no septic guy, but he said 2 to 3 weeks. It's been exactly 2 weeks since then. So hopefully in the coming days, we hear something on that. I'm trying to keep an eye on the dog. She's running up the hill.
Sky, what are you doing?
Sky, Sky. Come on. Come on back. Yeah, Sky's playing. Good thing about being in the country, she can just run loose. But yeah, meantime, we're kind of out here. Last video we showed we got the excavation done for the RV pad and kind of got that set. So now been out here cleaning this up. Between me mowing and then Shanna over here with a shovel and rake, kind of just smoothing out where the bulldozer went through. Getting all the big clunks of dirt chopped up, getting roots dug out. Getting all the stones, all that in the wheelbarrow, wheeling that over. So really this is our life right now. It's mowing and picking debris up around the yard. And then hopefully next week septic gets here. Hopefully within a week or two after that, the building gets here. And then we can go up top and start building and get to the exciting stuff. But yeah, for now, this is our weekend. Well, typical weekend fashion here. We're bouncing all over the place, project to project. Came up, mowed a little bit. This top section up here, we at least did figure out that between me on the brush mower and Shanna on the riding mower, it takes about 2 hours to mow the top part. Ideally, that'll keep getting easier. But in the meantime, now that we got the mowing done, and it's too hot to start much else, working on the drive a little bit more. So if you watched one of our previous videos, we got the drive up this side of the property, and then the far side there's another drive I cut in, but sounds like this one over here is the better option. Bad thing is there's a tight bend over here. So show you that real quick. Video does not do it justice, but right there, it goes down pretty steep and then a hard left. So if I have a trailer or a concrete truck or anything trying to get equipment up and down, that's kind of tight. So what we're looking at doing is cutting through about right there and having more of a gradual down into it, which we can walk down to the bottom, kind of show you where we think it's going to cut through. And this morning, like all this brush here did come all the way across the front here, so that's what I knocked down already today. So got that knocked down while Shanna was on the riding mower. So swing around here, see the Jeepy. So ideally we could drive down, cut across this section, and then kind of right between those trees, I believe. But I gotta make sure there's no drop-offs or rocks or anything like that in there. But this is where you got the tight bend. That it's steeper than it looks on this video. Every time I take these videos and watch them back, it doesn't look bad, but in reality, it's pretty steep. And then right there is just a cliff drop-off. You walking down with me?
Yeah, I'll stay up here.
So, coming down through this bend. Yeah, right about there is where that should come out. But I got to cut through all this stuff. You see pretty thick brush, but that's why we bought a brush mower. And even me standing about level, like that's above, that level spot right there is above my head right now. So I mean, we're a good 7-8 foot drop just to this spot, and then it keeps going down that whole direction. And then climbing up, you can kind of see elevation change there to where Shanna's at.
I don't know if it'll show real well with me. I'm short.
Well, since you're teeny, you look far away. And cool thing up here is we can sit here and watch the storms roll in.
And they are rolling in.
Say the bad thing is they are rolling in. So don't know how long I'll be doing this.
I'm moving on. I'm moving on. Got nothing left to say. Let's be go. Should've looked both ways before you cross me, baby, 'cause I don't break your boys. I'm moving on.
All right, so back here where I'm getting into it, I got a few feet, not too far. But when they logged this, they pushed some dirt down here. It's pretty loose dirt, but it's piled enough that I gotta go up and over with the brush mower. So I gotta go down and get my shovel and start busting that up. As you can see over my shoulder though, we got rain moving in. So I'll see if by the time I get down to the bottom and get my shovel, we'll see how that's looking. But then I'll have to come up and just dig out these dirt piles here. And then I can start pushing back more into here and see if I can connect down to the bottom. Definitely ain't gonna get it all done today, but it'll be something where through the week and the evenings I'll go down and just keep cutting through that. And that's what I'm kind of worried about. Buddy. We did not get goats, but Shanna's having a good weekend.
I'm goat sitting.
So neighbors had a vacation to go on and wanted us to goat sit. So we get 2 little mini goats. So figure, let them take care of my weeds up here. Got a pen up here. Just hooked our fence to it. Then get under the tree. And then we put them out on the hillside during the day, but since it's about to storm, we got them down here.
Yeah.
But Shanna's happy.
Yeah, they're cute. Now I want bigger goats.
Yeah, once we get fencing, we'll get normal size goats, but...
And I want goats that's been handled a little bit more, because they're very scared. But they're still fun to look at.
Like, something's coming.
Hey, Raven. Hey, Echo.
Oh, we did get some storms come through. Stopped me a little bit ago, but they moved out, came up here, started digging some of these piles out so I can get further into this, but now we got another line of storms coming. And it's getting to be evening, so by the time these storms come through, it's gonna be too late, so probably call it a day here. Not sure what I'll get into tomorrow. It's Saturday currently, but might come tinker with this. Got some other stuff to do down there. Got some holes to dig up here. We'll see what we get into, and then hopefully Monday morning the septic guy gets here. But for today, I'm gonna call it because I gotta pack all this stuff up in the Jeep and get down there before it's too muddy to make it down safely. And then I gotta hike up and then walk the brush mower down. So do that and see you guys tomorrow. I may have waited a little too long to head down. We'll see if I make it before it's pouring. Made it to the bottom just in time.
Come on, baby. Yeah. Okay, come on. Oh, you tangled up on there. Yeah. Come on.
Come on, this way. Oh, good news finally. Septic guys got here. So at least for some of the contractors out here, they came when they said they were going to. But they came out yesterday, dug a big hole. So we have the hole for the tank in here. They got the tank on order. Hopefully it gets here today. If so, they'll put that in and connect to the clean out and get all that installed and then start on the drain field. But so for now, we'll sit around and watch and hope they pull in today. But if they get that much done, later this evening, I'll do an update on how it looks. And then hopefully in the next couple days, we actually have a full septic set up. Attack. All right, so we at least got a bee attacking us. Geez, sorry. Okay,
Okay.
hold on. All right, we relocated a little in hopes that the bee that's been attacking us moves on. But our septic system is done. As you can see, there's still some more dirt work back here. Sometime this week, they're supposed to come back and just kind of smooth out the dirt, clean that up a little bit. But system is fully installed, functional, signed off by the health department, all that stuff.
Yay.
So at least
One thing's done.
one thing's done. I mean, we did power ourselves. I got some upgrades to do to that. But we got power, we got septic, and word is we're gonna get water next week.
We'll see about that.
That's been a long enough road to try to get through what's going on with the water that we'll believe when we see it, but we were told by the water board that it will be done by end of next week. So if so, ideally next video, I'll be trenching and running line and getting that all set up where the camper needs to be. And then at some point the building should come in and we'll get the camper moved and show you guys all that. So it's at least starting to come together down here, and then it'll be just the point of doing grass seed and getting the lawn stuff done, and then switching focus to building up top. So hopefully in the next couple months the videos might be scattered a little bit and maybe spaced out a little bit, but we should have some bigger things coming in. So as always, appreciate you watching, and we'll wrap this one up and just see you in the next one.
Bye.